Yeah, well, there's going to be highs and lows throughout a year. Like we just came off an 8-1 record, and then obviously we lay a dud in Arizona. We come home, come out good, get into some penalty trouble, and then we can't find our game. Um, Very frustrating. Individually and collectively, we just all have to be better. And like you said, two okay, but three. This game tomorrow is very important for us to get back and going, especially with how the standings are. We haven't lost any ground, but we also haven't gained any ground. So we got to turn this around here.
I know we can't always see exactly what's going on from the stands, but it seemed like Tip maybe had a stern message for you guys at the end of the skate there. Can you give us a sense of what his messaging is to you guys?
Well, just it's unacceptable. I think we're in a playoff hunt. Like I said, individually and collectively as a group, we have to be better. You're going to have games where you're not good, but we still can be sharp mentally. And I think there's been lapses in our game that have cost us points. And I've said earlier on that can't get too high, can't get too low. And this is one of the situations. You wake up this morning, you're pretty frustrated with how the last two games have went. But hey, you got to come to work. You got to be ready to go because you can't carry any burden into the game tomorrow. We got to be ready to go. It's an important 2 points for us.
It's too simplistic to say it's 82 games and every team has a stretch where you say where did our game go?
Yeah.
That you had a stretch.
I think you could say that. Yeah, where did the game go? Yeah. Playing an Arizona game, I'm lost for words too. Very important game in Arizona. We lay an egg, then we come home. Think we got some traction. We're up 2-0, and then get in some penalty trouble, and then pretty much lay an egg the rest of the game. So individually and collectively as a group, got to get back on the horse here. It's obviously frustrating. All of us came in this morning where you could tell everyone's pretty frustrated, but you can't let frustration creep into your game. That's not going to help you get out of any hole we're in. We're not on a 10-game losing streak. We're on a 2, and like I said, we haven't gained any ground, but we haven't lost any ground. We just got to snap out of it and be positive.
Reading a little bit into what Dave said last night post-game, he talked about getting outworked in certain situations on some of the goals, like a little bit different if it's mental mistakes and stuff, but it seems like maybe some of it's coming from a work ethic or digging in enough. And is that a little bit different?
I think we're getting outworked on some, but then there's mental relapse too. It's a combination of both, which are biting us in the butt right now. We had a decent practice today. There's things we have to improve on. There's things we're going to have to do better tomorrow against a team that's playing pretty well right now. So those things are going to happen. But like I said, this time of the year, you have to limit those as much as possible. You can't let points slip away, and we feel we've let those last two games slip away from us. Like I mentioned, it's frustrating, but we don't have any time to feel sorry for ourselves or be frustrated. We got to get back on, and we got to get in the win column tomorrow. Yeah, I just got to get skating again. I think you come off the break. I haven't been skating the way I can, and obviously that's a big part of my game. When I'm skating, my game comes full circle. So I hold myself to a high standard. I haven't been good enough, and if the team's going to win, I have to be better. So looking forward to getting out there tomorrow and really stop the bleeding for myself and the team. We got to get winning here. We got to get winning.